Welcome to Psych with Sigmund, the podcast where we delve into the lives and works of influential figures in psychology. I'm your host, Sigmund, and today we're exploring the remarkable life and contributions of Joseph Wolpe, a pioneer in behavior therapy. Joseph Wolpe was born on April 20, 1915, in Johannesburg, South Africa. Growing up in a family of modest means, Wolpe's early life was marked by a strong emphasis on education and personal growth. His parents, both immigrants from Lithuania, instilled in him a love for learning and a commitment to helping others. As a young man, Wolpe was drawn to the field of medicine, but it wasn't until he began working with patients suffering from anxiety disorders that he discovered his true passion, psychology. Wolpe's educational journey took him to the University of the Witwatersrand in Johannesburg, where he earned his medical degree. However, it was during his time as a psychiatrist in the South African Army that he became fascinated with the work of Ivan Pavlov and John B. Watson, two prominent figures in the development of behavioral psychology. This exposure laid the foundation for Wolpe's future research and theoretical contributions. One of Wolpe's most significant contributions to psychology is the development of systematic desensitization, a technique used to treat phobias and anxiety disorders. This approach involves gradually exposing patients to the feared stimulus while teaching them relaxation techniques to manage their anxiety. For example, if someone has a fear of spiders, they might start by simply imagining a spider, then progress to looking at pictures of spiders, and eventually work up to being in the same room as a spider. Through this process, patients learn to associate the feared stimulus with feelings of calmness rather than anxiety. Wolpe's work built upon the existing behavioral frameworks of his time, particularly the concepts of classical conditioning and operant conditioning. He was also influenced by the work of Sigmund Freud, although he ultimately rejected many of Freud's psychoanalytic theories in favor of a more empirical approach. Wolpe's emphasis on empirical research and his commitment to testing his theories through experimentation helped establish him as a leading figure in the development of behavior therapy. Throughout his career, Wolpe conducted extensive research on anxiety disorders, including phobias, obsessive-compulsive disorder, and post-traumatic stress disorder. His work took him from South Africa to the United States, where he became a prominent figure in American psychology. One notable example of his research is the case study of a young woman who suffered from a debilitating fear of snakes. Through systematic desensitization, Wolpe was able to help her overcome her phobia and eventually touch a snake without experiencing significant anxiety. Wolpe's legacy extends far beyond his own research and clinical practice. His work has influenced generations of psychologists, therapists, and researchers, shaping the development of cognitive behavioral therapy and other forms of behavioral treatment. Today, systematic desensitization remains a widely used technique in the treatment of anxiety disorders, and its principles have been adapted for use in a variety of therapeutic contexts. In addition to his professional achievements, Wolpe was known for his kind and compassionate nature. He was deeply committed to helping others, and his patients adored him for his warm and non-judgmental approach. As one colleague noted, Joe Wolpe had a way of making you feel like you were the only person in the world when he talked to you. This quality, combined with his intellectual curiosity and passion for learning, made him an exceptional clinician and researcher. As we reflect on Joseph Wolpe's life and work, we are reminded of the importance of empirical research, the need for ongoing refinement of our theories, and the value of compassion and empathy in our approach to understanding human behavior. By applying Wolpe's principles to our everyday lives, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and others, develop more effective strategies for managing anxiety, build resilience, and promote overall well-being. That's all for today's Psych with Sigmund. If you enjoyed learning about Joseph Wolpe, make sure to like, share, and subscribe.